saying the C word on camera and not thinking you wouldn't get caught? Dude, it was on stream. We all saw it. Are you nuts? Dr. K's influence grows, I see. A man of your stature, using the C word on camera. By God, what has the world come to? You think this is some kind of a joke? These days, I don't say a single goddamn swear word. And it served me so well. Sitting at a godforsaken amount, 100 subscribers. Hasan, you could be as lucky as me. I know the numbers add up. You just have to realize it doesn't mean much of anything. But you got eyes on you. You do. You're an important guy. You probably need me to tell you that. What is Dr. K gonna do? Was all that progress for nothing? Dr. K's work was hasty, I will admit, but god damn, I didn't know he left this many stones unturned. Dr. K. The shadow of the Twitch elite class. But I'll say, god damn, you got some brass to say it on camera, the C word. I would never say it on video, alright? It's not a food item, then I don't know what it is. That's the meaning I attribute to it. I didn't even know this was like a thing. I was there when the codex was written, alright? It stated in the terms of service, do not use C word. I know Hasan Piker, if you're going against the grain all the time, it just goes over your head sometimes. I gotta say, like, I forgive you this once. Have some goddamn sense, for Christ's sakes, alright? So topic number 2. I've been keeping up with your Twitter, as I do with some tubers, alright? And I know you get thrills and kicks off of a lot of stuff on Twitter. And it's always a good thing, right? It's always good to be happy. I like to see you guys happy, YouTubers, you streamers, or whatever. So I wouldn't want to take something away from you, or even suggest the idea that you would be better off without something that makes you happier. But I put a lot of thought into this. I admire the hustle. I really do. But it ain't up to me to say what is right from wrong. It's hard being a political YouTuber, even harder to be a political YouTuber on Twitter, or streamer, or whatever you are, right? That's a tough gig. You must get a lot of people shooting left and right from all angles. Like, hey, Hasan said this. His views don't line up with what he's currently doing, what he's gonna do next. And it must be a real spin, like a head spin, to do what you do. I certainly would not want to be in your shoes. But at the same time, I got some life-saving tip that's gonna help you and everybody else watching this video. Delete Twitter. What Twitter does to people. It makes them angrier, more reactive, and more exposed to the toxins of this world. I know some of you guys would be thinking, Chad, somebody's got to keep an eye on what's going on politics and whatever. Hasan Piker's greatest sacrifice is he will be the guy who's watching politics to the end of his days, all right? Don't lose sight of what truly counts. Family, friends, compassion. That's important. But I'd say to anybody who's engaging with politics actively, daily, whatever it may be, reading posts, headlines, or whatever it is, reduce it as much as possible. You'll feel super cool all the time. You don't believe me? Did Dr. K teach you nothing? I remember back when it was foretold, Hasan Pike would delete Twitter and feel really cool about it. You're not conceding if you delete it. You burn it to a cinder and throw it out the window. You gotta be floatless, like an observer. You see that politics, you can empathize with both sides with compassion, equally. And that's what makes you strong. So Hasan Pike, you know your calling. Do what you gotta do. Dr. K, he knew. He knew his day would come. Hasan Piker has been met with the ultimate challenge. To fight. Now, I don't know if I can say his name on camera because I don't want to stir up the audience. But if I do have to, it's tantamount to saying the C word these days. Fighting isn't the solution to anything. For both of you guys, Hasan Piker, Sam Hyde, right? Guys, come on. You don't need to be tussling together. You don't need to fight. I don't want to see either of you fight. I don't want to see Sam Hyde, you know, decking you out in the face. I don't want to see you decking out Sam Hyde in the face, alright? That's not going to bring me joy. You're both cool, right? You both got that air to you. You're leaders. So be leaders. Work together. And I know it's tough when someone calls you out for a fight. You feel guilty if you don't concede or if you don't respond or whatever. Nobody wins, nobody loses. When you fight, you fight. And that's all it is. You're giving into the idea that you needed to fight in the first place. You don't. You got big hearts, both of you. Maybe going a bit cold these days. Maybe think about what you're doing. Think about igniting a spark in this world. Think I haven't had my fair share of fights? I haven't been challenged to a fight? It's easy when it's in the moment. You just go hard at it. You go, you don't really think about what's happening. It's just happening. When there's build up to it, oh my God, that's harder than the fight, harder than training. My take is always, violence is not the answer. 100%. Sam Piker, YouTuber hierarchy of needs. All right, for you, I think you're probably at lateral ascension. You sort of recognize your full potential as a tuber. You know what you're doing, what you're up to. All right, guys, I'll see you next time on the next episode of ZooTube. Bye, guys.